Hello, welcome. It's Chris with Kerbal Space Program, Interstellar Mod. Throwing up a space tug here because I have some station parts that are kind of floating about that I want to kind of put together. So I decided to make a rocket. Now this is a KW rocketry, and I've never used these side tanks. They're really cool. They almost look like a what was that, an Atlas 5 or a Saturn 5? I don't know, like the booster stage or something. They look kind of cool. They're full of fuel, so I have a good amount of Delta V. I mean, I don't have any real payload. It's just a RCS tank, a large docking port, and a couple of solar panels, some batteries, and there's a transfer stage in here for moving stuff around, an SAS, and what was the other thing? Oh, antennas, because I have remote tech. And with remote tech, you need antennas. Now, here's my network anyway. So I've got some Kerbal stationary satellites. I got 3 of those. I also have put one at the moon. And also I have a bunch in low Kerbin orbit, as well as these in this kind of abstract elliptical polar orbit. So I get good coverage with that. So let me before I forget now, let me put on where the hell are they? Got antennas on here somewhere, I thought. There's one. So that's activate that one. There's another one on here somewhere. And this thing keeps moving on me, so. Alright. I don't know, I thought that was another one. Maybe there isn't. Well, I gotta deploy these solar panels because remote tech uses power when they're active. And I thought there was another antenna on here somewhere. So it looks like I am connected to one of the low Kerbin orbit satellites, which is connected to one of the relays, which is connected to something else, which is connected to something else, which is connected to something else. Oh, here we go. Goes all the way around to low Kerbin Com Array 1, and then back to Kerbin Relay Probe 1. They're all kind of named, and I tried to keep it consistent, but that doesn't always happen. Alright. I have plenty of fuel left, so let's set up a rendezvous with, let's see, let's go to, I think I have a reactor, there we go, that's what I want. Set as target, and I'm going to let MechJeb do all the work. Rendezvous planner, because I don't have a hell of a lot of time here. I only get a limited amount of time to play, so I doing a bunch of other things. So I let MechJeb do a lot of it, just because it's easier, faster, and then I can kind of focus on doing other stuff while I'm doing this. So I am going to get to a rendezvous, and then I will kick back up again. Alright, so we are coming up on our reactor out in space here, and that needs a space tug because I stranded it out here. This was probably when I thought I had remote tech all wrapped up, and realized it didn't, and then I ran out of power, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've looked at this. It's just been kind of a mission on the books. Haven't gotten the chance to take a look at it. And I actually had a lot more fuel than I thought I was going to have, so I might actually When this thing turns and starts doing a maneuver, I think I'm going to jettison this. There wasn't much left in there, so let's go ahead and do that. I gotta tell you, I love the KW rocketry tanks. They're just so nicely detailed, and there's really not much you can do to not lift something into space. They have plenty of options for heavy payloads, and you don't have to go through, you know, a shit ton of asparagus stage. You can still asparagus stage with them, and you kind of need to, but you don't have to use 6 million orange tanks and space them with smaller tanks so they don't overheat and all that shit. I mean, it's a really nice, neat pack, and it's, I don't know, it's probably one of the best rocket packs I've had. So as we spend a little time here, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. About 5 seconds will be burning, and there we are. We are going to do, I think, maybe one final burn. There goes that tank flying away. Maybe another. Yeah, it's real close. I asked for it for 50 meters, so we're close. I think this will probably be the final burn, and while it's doing that, I'm going to send up my docking autopilot. And there's the burn. And we're going to go ahead and set that as our target, this as our control from here. Autopilot. I do have Navy Fish's docking guide attached, but or installed, but I got just faster for MacJeb to do it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just precautionarily close those and close. Oh, I can't close these because there is no. Oh, what's going on here? Why is this? I should have power. It's the reactor stage. Why isn't it? Oh, I know why. Oh, no, it's still... Forgive me while I figure this out. Here we go. I just can't... I wasn't hitting the right thing. Okay. So this is going to overheat pretty quickly, but let's let MacJeb do some work here. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. Ah, son of a bitch. I am not in contact with the satellite at the moment. Not good. Hopefully that happens very soon. It's the one problem I have with remote tech is it always seems to be when you're performing a maneuver that is critical that your flaw of the flaws of your design come through. So now I'm just drifting into space here, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to get a satellite back in orbit. And I have nothing on the... Oh, that's the closest one right now. Shit. How embarrassing. Oh, what's that? No, I thought I had another antenna, but I thought there was one that was longer. I think that is the biggest one, so maybe I do have the right one. Oh, while I'm waiting. Oh yeah, I can't even do that. Ah, boy, this could be a failed mission. We're going close to the same speed, so... come on. We're not drifting too far away, so hopefully we can get a satellite to come in soon. Alright, we're back in business. Hopefully I'm close enough. I have to go ahead and open one of those solar panels again. We're not that far away, so we might be able to get back into... you know what? Let me try this. You hear me mashing my keys here. Let's go back over here. Alright, so let's do this. We'll get close and then we'll slam on the brakes. Let's see how much closer I can get here. Okay. Hopefully with this solar panel out it doesn't throw me off too much. I'm in the dark anyway, so I might as well just close this. Alright, let's see if we can dock up. Now the panels being closed on this is going to cause heat to build up from the reactor, but I think it's in a safe, we're in safe zone here. Let's see if I can speed this up a little bit. Racing against time here, because I don't know how much, well, I think I'll be in satellite range for quite a while. There just happened to be maybe just a dark spot in my network, but it looks like I'm going to be in contact for quite a while now. I got that array there, I got those here, and yeah, I'll be fine. Just gotta link up here, and then I gotta move this to, there's another section that's floating in space that I have to move to. Let's throw the lights on here. And we can dock in glory. Hopefully I have enough power to get there. It's going fast. Let me turn the lights off. Come on, baby. Alright, getting close to connection here. Battery is running low. Come on, come on. Alright, we are connected, and let us shut down. So that's a full tank too. Let's shut down this one. And we'll transfer fuel to here. Get these back out. Now power is no longer an issue. What is our next? See, when I... Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to end up dropping this stage in the back here once I get to where I'm going. Right, next is... Where's the other stage here? Science station. Set it. Oh, I didn't want to switch to, but we'll see what it looks like here. Alright. Okay, so that's the science station. I got plenty of fuel here. I just have not in connection here with anything. I don't have any of my antennas out, which, you know, again, that was, oh, that's why, because I'm out of power too. Alright, well, now I remember what it was. So let's go back to the reactor, which is right here. Go ahead and switch the name on this. Rename vessel station reactor module so I can find it quickly. Alright, let's make that the target. Set as target, and again we're going to make it 60 kilometers here. And hopefully this thing doesn't fall apart. I don't know why the electrical charge goes down to 0. It's a reactor. I don't know. It just must be some kind of time acceleration glitch, or maybe the reactor stops producing power at high time warp. Who knows? Getting ready for the burn. Try to to speed this up as much as I can. Ooh, boy, that's not good. It's like a worm. Throw caution to the wind here and just kind of get this done. I'm in a hurry. It's not the best thing to do when you're dealing with spacecraft that kind of have weird centers of mass and are a little wobbly. Oh, good, we're here. That was actually a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. Very happy with that. So I am going to have to dump one tank. And it's going to have to be this one. Nope, it's going to have to be this one here. So I should have been dumping fuel to this one. Actually, I'm changing my mind once more. I am going to dump this one. I'll let it do its final adjustment here. Actually, let's activate this engine and come on. Come on. What the hell? Fucking shut it down. Alright, so it is shut down. Alright. Let's disengage and we'll engage that. And the only reason I'm saying that is to give me a second here to figure this out for good. Alright, so I want to get rid of this tank. And while it's turning that way, I will ditch. Alright, so this action is good. I want to control from here, and we want to set as target there. Yes, set as target. What? So I can't dock with this? That's not right. Because it doesn't have a... That's very strange. It's saying because it doesn't have power, or actually not power. Oh boy, this is going to be close. Because this doesn't have power, it's not letting me set as a target. That's not good. That's really not good. I might have to send up a new section. This might be just flawed to death. Control from here. Yeah, it's not letting me select it. It says no. I can't do anything. I am stuck. Alright, well, now I know. That's not such a good idea. Now, does this thing ever... If it's out of power, I should still be able to dock with it. But does it ever... because it's out of power, I can't connect. Alright, this thing's dead. I'll have to figure something else out. And now that we've found that my original science module, science lab, was useless because it was out of power, and with remote tech I cannot dock with it for some odd reason. So keep that in mind if you have a craft that's, you know, out of power and not within line of sight of a radio transmission or a satellite relay, it's probably going to crash or die, or you'll end up deleting it out of space. So I'm just going to build a new science lab here and get that up into orbit. Okay, so I am in space now, and I spared you the launch. It took me a couple launches to get the staging right. I messed up a couple things, and I just had to restart it. So my goal right now is to dock with, let's see, that's the target right there. So set as target, and I'm going to let MechJev do all the hard work while I do other things. And I'm going to go ahead and give this a go. So this is my vehicle here, and what I'm going to leave is everything, the RCS tank and up. There's actually a docking port right here, but the docking port just below the RCS tank all the way to the top. And this is going to dock in with the reactor module, and then I can separate this stuff off and go for just using this, and I can actually start doing science as soon as I throw a crew up there, which will be, as long as this goes well, and I can't think of anything else that is more important, I'll throw a crew with a command module up here. So I do want to make it so it actually acts as a command center, and I believe you have to have 6 Kerbals up here, so I will figure out what I need for that and then throw that up there so I can actually use this as a mobile HQ, so that satellites that don't have a line of sight to Kerbin KSC, I can use this as an alternative. And this would probably be, I'm probably going to move this, I guess I'll just do it to geosynchronous orbit on the far side of KSC, so I have, you know, at least 2 hemispheres covered by command and control. So that's the goal. Will it work? I don't know. We'll try it out, see what happens. Just doing my rendezvous stuff now, getting close home and transfers and all that good stuff. So we'll just go through that, and as you can see, my network is pretty good. I haven't added anything new since any of the since any of the videos at the beginning of this long video here, but we have good coverage. And these 2 orbits here, I can't think of the name of it. It starts with an M. There's actually an orbit for it, named for it, around Earth, and it gives good polar coverage. Pretty much, I mean, it's almost all the time. I mean, there's a couple hours in the day that it's not. So, but it goes, that low part of the orbit goes by so fast because it's so close to the planet that 90% of the time the satellite is actually above the hemisphere, on the northern part of the hemisphere. And we're going to be doing another burn in a second. And while I was looking away, I did find the name of that orbit, these 2 eccentric orbits, ellipticals. It's a Molniya orbit, a highly eccentric orbit that has an orbital period of 2 revolutions per day. This orientation can provide good ground coverage at high northern latitudes. Well, it's not exactly, these aren't exactly 2 revolutions per day, but it is kind of that same form factor, and it does what it says it does, even in this instance, although it might not be perfect, but that's what it is. It's kind of what I modeled it after, and since KSC is kind of at, I guess it's at the hemisphere, but these 2 satellites actually provide a lot of coverage if I need them to. And then I got the 1 polar orbit, and I'm probably going to do a longer one that's geosynchronous. Maybe. I'm not sure, though. But this orbit's getting kind of busy, and I don't know if it has any kind of effect on the load or on the load factor on the computer, or if it's, if it's not a big deal, because some of the stuff doesn't get loaded until 2 kilometers. But I really haven't noticed any performance issues. I do expect to see some eventually, especially when you hit the map screen, because it's just showing a lot of information. So hopefully it's not a problem. And then, I'll just keep setting up my network. I got the Moon network here, and like I said, if I put a command capsule on this side, from what you're looking at is the right-hand side of the planet, then I will have probably close to 360-degree coverage on the Moon, which is kind of what I'm going for. And I did see that we were getting close here. I don't know how close we are, but I guess not as close as I thought. And I seem to have hit a blind spot in my satellite coverage network, so I am actually moving away from my reactor, which is not what I wanted to do. So let's get back into contact here, and we'll try this again. Hopefully I have enough fuel. I think I do. And we'll work at getting back to where we need to be. Okay, great. Now here we are. We are close. We can now connect because we have power, right? Yes, excellent. So we're going to go ahead and let MechJeb roll with this bad boy. And just let us connect up here. Four times physics acceleration. Great, great, great. Alright, so I'll just watch this thing kind of slide in here. That was just my thumb cracking, just in case you were wondering what that noise was. Okay, so we are connecting. We are connected. So now I can deploy these radiators back out so I can reduce the waste heat. I don't need these on here anymore, but they will come off with the ship, so, or with the pieces that I don't want. So we'll just let that go ahead and remain there, and we're gonna go ahead and keep that. The generator is going, or reactor is going. Disconnect this and bring in a command pod. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and go back to the Space Center. And we need to crew this station. That is it for this episode. Stay tuned and check out my new ones. Subscribe, like, comment, and thank you.